If you're having a great time in a grand hotel, chances are it's been influenced by Thomas Baltimore Jr. of RLJ Lodging Trust.
Spent about 25 years in the hospitality industry. I worked for 3 of the Marriott companies in various capacities, and then I joined Hilton Hotels Corporation, and then moved out to California. And it was really in that environment where I first met Bob Johnson, and Bob and I talked about forming a real estate investment company together.
Tom and I kept our day jobs during the year 2000 on a handshake with Bob that he was interested in acquiring some hotels from Hilton, and we worked on nights and weekends to try to identify the properties and source them, get control of them, get financing, and the deal wasn't truly signed until the night before we closed on the properties and in December 2000, and that's when the venture was launched.
We consummated with a listing on the New York Stock Exchange in 2011, and today we sit with 146 hotels, about 22,000 rooms spread over 21 states in the District of Columbia, and an equity market cap of about $3.3 billion and enterprise value of about $4.5 billion. What I'm most proud of is really the senior team. There are 7 professionals, all of whom have been with me for 10 to 15 years in this journey, both as a private company, through the private equity platform, and now through being a public company. And together we have built a very successful business.
When we formed this venture in 2000, it was unusual for an institutional buyer to focus on select service hotels, brands like Courtyard by Marriott, or Hilton Garden Inn, or Residence Inn, or Homewood Suites, or Hyatt Place. And at the time, they were considered to be suburban followers of the full-service cousins within their brand families. But he recognized, and we recognized, that within an urban setting, these brands could achieve revenues similar to their full-service cousins, but better flow through, better return on investment. And it wasn't particularly cool. What was cool was to buy lavish resorts or trendy boutique hotels, but rather than follow the trend, he followed the flow-through and the better operating model, and it resulted in a more profitable company. When you're close friends and you're also working in close quarters together, there's the opportunity there for it to be a full contact environment, but it could not have gone better. He is as consistent as the day is long, and you always know where he stands, and it's been easy to work alongside a friend all these years.
Baltimore's drive for success is matched by his desire to give back. Numerous contributions to educational institutions and organizations throughout the country help others achieve similar levels of success.
Tom Baltimore was a student of mine. I remember him very fondly as somebody who served very well in the classroom. At Darden, that means someone who speaks up, who communicates not just to the teacher, but to everyone around him. He conveyed not only very sound solutions to business problems, but also deep values that helped set a very high tone for the students and for the faculty.
I realized early on, particularly by the love and support of both my parents, both of whom died prematurely, but they preached education, and I realized at a young age that education was a great equalizer.
Tom Baltimore serves as a role model for educating people about business and about the hospitality industry by virtue of what he says and what he does.
For being a leader in hospitality and a grand example in his industry, the Maryland Chamber of Commerce proudly inducts Thomas J. Baltimore Jr. into its Maryland Business Hall of Fame.